Oh, seriously? Hey guys, welcome to another Should GW Bring Back video with me, 6+ Stevo. This is the second part in this mini-series I'm doing, looking at old characters, Ork characters, and asking the question, should Games Workshop bring them back in the new Ork Codex? In the last video we covered Nazdrek, the most famous Bad Moon war boss, and we went over his a little bit of his lore and what would be cool in bringing him back. In this episode I wanted to talk about another famous Ork character that some of the older fans amongst you would remember, and that is the most famous psyker of all Orks, Old Zogwort. Old Zogwort is a particularly cool character in Ork lore. He was born on Catachan, a very famous death world. The place is covered in jungles and predators of all shapes and sizes. And Zogwort was born there from his sort of pod, cocoon, fungal sac, you know, however Orks are born. He was born basically in a pit of venomous snakes, and these particularly nasty snakes of the Catachan variety, venom that would kill most things dead instantly with one bite. However, as he was born, being bitten and attacked by these snakes, he didn't succumb to the venom. In fact, he basically killed all the snakes, bit their heads off, chewed them up, spat them out, and crawled out of his pit. And the feral Ork tribe that were there saw this as a bit of a sign, and took him in as one of their own, and very quickly realised that he was an exceptionally powerful Wierdboy. He had psychic potential of huge proportions, so he had he was assigned basically a group of minders to watch over him, as most Wierdboys are, to keep him in check basically. But quite often these minders would go missing or disappear, only to be replaced with squigs. And it turns out that Old Zogwort had the most incredible ability to turn anything that displeased him really into a squig. So he was gifted quite a bit of respect actually, and he was certainly feared, and he became incredibly famous and respected within his tribe, even over that of his own war boss, a war boss called Scabguts. So he basically became you know, in effect the leader of his tribe. Obviously on Catachan, it's a death world, but it is inhabited by a famous Imperial Guard army, the Catachan jungle fighters. So obviously they came into contact with them and would go to war with the jungle fighters, and that's where his abilities really shone. When the Orks went to war and they led a war, the energy and the power was so immense, and it built up within him during the battle to such an extent that he would wreak havoc on the enemy. So much so that in fact one time the energy levels had built up within him to such an extent, and he could hold it no longer. He unleashed this psychic torrent of war energy, and wiped out an entire Imperial Guard company single-handedly. which is incredible. There's just massive power levels on display there. And he actually burnt out his own eye sockets doing it, with all the raw war energy just pouring out of every orifice of his body, basically. Now, Old Zogwort claims that he meant to do that, and it was messages from Mork, and he believes he's getting messages from Mork, and Mork is guiding him. So he's very much a follower of the god of cunning brutality. Or is it brutal cunning? I can never remember which way round they are. But that doesn't matter, because I don't think the orcs really remember either. Yeah, Mork is cunning but brutal. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, anyway, so he's got a rich history there, with his sort of birth and how he sort of came to dominance. Since then, he's then left, and he now acts as like a freebooter, Wierdboy, going out looking for wars, looking for orc tribes, to, you know, feed off their energy, and basically turn more things into squigs. He also carries with him venomous snakes. Venomous snakes like flock to him, like whether it's his psychic energy or the venom that he took in as a youngster or something, but there's some sort of power there where these highly venomous snakes are drawn to him, but won't bite him. Yeah, so he's a pretty cool character, and the ability to turn his enemies into squigs is just hilarious and brilliant. But we haven't seen him for a long time, and now correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't actually think a model exists for him. I know they don't currently produce one, but I'm not sure if they ever did. Thinking about it, I don't ever remember seeing like an old model. If I'm wrong, please correct me, and put some sort of link in your comments to tell me where I could find pictures of an old model. I've seen lots of conversions and things done, some very cool ones actually. You've only got to do a Google image search of Old Zogwort to see some cool conversions out there that people have done. So there's a lot of fans out there of Old Zogwort. A lot of people, I think, would like to see him back, and back in a big way. So if he did come back in the new codex, what would I like to see from him? Well, of course, I'd like to see a new model, that's for sure. And with their sculpting and stuff they do now, I think they could come up with something amazing looking, especially with like snakes and stuff coiled around him and things, and some sort of way where you could have, you know, his eyes sockets empty and stuff, looking like energy's pouring out of it. They could do something really incredible with him. And we don't have any like Wierdboy characters. We've got Wierdboys, but we don't have any characters. And although it says like he's in the lore and thing, the last time we heard he's like a freebooter now, basically. He would be very cool if he attached himself to a snakebite clan, because let's face it, he got bitten by snakes. He carries snakes with him. He was with feral, you know, orcs. You know, he's about as snakebite as you can get, for God's sake. And it would be very cool to have him as a character for the snakebite clan, and especially with the immense psychic ability of being able to turn the enemy warlord into a squig would just be absolutely hilarious. I think if you talk to gamers of a certain age that remembered playing him in old games when he could do this ability, just hilarity will ensue, basically. What just is so orky and so fun and so cool. He would be a great character, and a great addition to the new codex. While I'm going over this series of all these, you know, old characters and classic characters and stuff, I think what they need to do in the codex is basically, would be good if every clan gets a character of some sort. Obviously we've got Gazgol for the Goths. I spoke about Nazdrek last time. We've already got who is it? I can't remember now. Other characters for other clans, basically. Oh yeah, Badruck you've got for he's a freebooter, so Badruck obviously for the freebooters. But I think Zogwort would be a great character for the snake bites, and it would be so cool to see him back. Obviously, as well as his psychic abilities, it'd be cool if he had some sort of venom attack with his snakes. You know, some sort of bonus there where he wounds anything on a 3+, no matter the toughness. And things like that. It would be, yeah, you could do something really cool with this character. So yeah, GW, please bring back Zogwort. Anyway guys, this is 6+ Stevo signing out.